So if you're like me, you love backpacking, but you hate the sore shoulders and the sore back. So a lot of videos out there. You've probably done a ton of research on the internet, watched a ton of videos on YouTube. Find out what the best kit is. For a lightweight setup that doesn't break the bank, and really those two don't go hand in hand. But I figured I'd do my own video of what I have and my take on a lightweight kit. Now this is a winter kit. It's not a alpine, -30 winter kit, but it is a winter kit. I consider it lightweight and not ultra lightweight because I am at about 17 pounds base weight. That is with no water, fuel, or food. And then I am missing 2 items that I would normally have in this backpack right here, and that's going to be my Light My Fire knife, which has a built-in ferro rod, and a Leatherman that weighs about 3 ounces. It's a miniature Leatherman. It's a Leatherman style PS, which I don't have in here, and actually I don't have with me here in Germany right now. That's where I'm currently located at, but they are on their way in the mail. So I want to go over what I would probably have on would be, or not in the pack, would be my Lecky, or Lecky, I'm not sure you say it, these poles. I like these poles. They got a shock in them, and they have a cork top. I prefer the cork over the rubber. They don't sweat as bad, and the straps on them are pretty good. I've used these. Probably have 200 miles or so on them. These are really good. And I believe in poles, trekking poles. A lot of people don't believe in trekking poles, but really they make a huge difference as far as the wear on your joints and your knees. And they do take some of the weight, some of the strain off, especially when you're climbing or going downhill, because you can use them as supports. What I'd be wearing on my body would probably be moisture wicking t-shirt, and then on top of that some type of long sleeve breathable top. Alright, so I could downgrade if I wanted to. Pair of pants. These are North Face pants. They're convertibles, and I like these because they have a built-in belt. If you've done a lot of backpacking, if you have a thick leather belt or something like that, it can be a source of rubbing, or it can kind of dig into your back. So this actually has the belt built in it, and I like that a lot. They are convertible, so you can downgrade if you do get too hot. You can find these pretty good deal on these. I think they go for 50 or 60 bucks. You can get them for 30, 40 bucks on the internet if you do your research. I probably have a pair of lightweight gloves. These are waterproof and windproof gloves. They're made by Sirius, S-E-R-I, actually S-E-I-R-U-S. I picked these up at my local clothing and sales store. I am in the military, and so this is an item that they carry, but you can probably get these on the internet or in other stores as well. Merino wool socks. I have lightweight versions too. This is the heavier weight. I prefer the shorties versus the tall ones, but it would depend. If it got really cold, I would go ahead and upgrade to the full tube. And then these are just a pair of Merrells. Again, this is for wintertime, so I do have a pair of that go over the ankles, but I kind of like these. They have a Vibram sole. They are waterproof, and they'll keep your feet warm and dry, as long as you don't, obviously get in water too deep to get down into your shoe. These are, I believe, the Espressos. I can't remember the exact name of these, but look on Merrell. They're not the lightest weight things in the world, but they work really well. And I'm used to wearing combat boots all the time, which are really heavy, so these are lightweight to me. Moving on to the pack. All right, over my pack I have a Sea to Summit pack cover, and this is the, I believe, the small, extra small. Yeah, it's the extra small, 15 to 30 liters. This is actually a 46 liter pack, but it fits. So I like to have it fit tight, and it does fit tight, and it works really well, and I like that. The pack weighs about pound and a half, I believe. It's the Osprey Hornet 46, and I really like this pack a lot. I have tons of packs, everything from heavy duty, packs that weigh 5-6 pounds, all the way up to lightweight packs. I have the Flash series from REI. I've tried some Mountain Hardwear lightweight packs, but I really like this pack. It's very comfortable. It rides the suspension It's very minimal, but it rides really well, up to about 25 pounds. Again, my base weight is about 17 pounds right here, and you know, this is a full, like I said, winter setup. This is not, again, dead of winter to where you would be, you know, -30 outside. Although you could probably, with what I have in here, I'd probably be all right. Probably be a little chilly, but this is a decent four-season setup right here. Starting on the outside, it's got these little pockets right here. Actually, I'll show you the suspension. It's very minimalistic. All right, it's got some foam right here. It's got these two little stretchy pockets right here, and it has a thin pad in here. I do have the Osprey hydroform water system that slides in here and makes it a little more rigid, gives you a little bit of shape. However, I don't have it in here, and I normally wouldn't use that just because to save weight. If I was going with a summer setup, I'd probably use that because the weight wouldn't be as bad. Because ideally I like to be around base weight of 15 pounds, but it is a little heavy again because I do have it set up for a winter kit. It's got these pockets on the side here, which really are perfect size. You can fit an iPhone in there. All right, and this right here is pretty much my GPS slash communication slash camera, other than a GoPro, which I'm filming with right now. And I have it in a life-proof case, which is waterproof. These are awesome little cases. They're a little pricey, about 80 bucks, but they work really well. They're very minimalistic cases for what they provide. They provide great protection for shock and dropping. I've dropped this from just this height right here, you know, about chest height, multiple times on asphalt and hard concrete, and haven't had any problems. And I've had it in the rain quite a bit, and again, there's been no leakage and haven't had any problems with it. Moving on to the other pocket, I have a light. It's a Princeton Tech light. I picked this up actually downrange in Afghanistan. It's a good little light. It's got red, and then it also has white. It has 2 lumen settings, and it takes 3 AAA batteries, I believe. Yep, 3 AAAs. It's a good little light, lightweight, very bright, and then really this is all you need. You don't need anything crazy out there as far as light goes, in my opinion anyways. On the top of the pack, this top is removable, just with these little dongles right here. Not sure if that's what you call them, but you pop it off, you know. But I have it on there because I have a solar panel that would go right here and latch on these 4 points around, all right, and that would charge which is blinking right now. This is just the USB cable, and that would charge the Cellio battery pack that came with it. And I don't remember what this is. I think it's 3,000 milliamp. I know it'll charge my iPhone, you know, once or twice with one charge on here. The thing about this this Cellio is this is the accelerator, I believe. Yeah, the solar accelerator, but it only will charge. And it tells you, and I've seen some reviews where people say, well, this doesn't charge very well, it takes forever, or it'll only charge my phone to half. That's because they're plugging it straight into their phone. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to use this hub right here with this accelerator and to get a full charge out of it, because it does charge hot. But that would keep me going with my iPhone and my GoPro out. I have used it to charge. It does take about a full day of sunlight to charge the battery pack to its full capacity. You have to forgive me, I've been sick the last couple of weeks and I'm just not getting over it, so I was going to do this video earlier. For rain gear, I'm going back and forth on what I want to do on rain gear. I have this Patagonia Troposphere. Alright, it's really awesome. It's breathable, it stretches, it has ventilation on both sides. It's a really good rain jacket. Alright, it is pricey. I'm thinking about going with the Frog Togs top and bottoms for about the same weight as what this top is. And I currently don't have any bottoms in here, and I normally would. And I do have a set of bottoms, but I just don't have them in the pack right now. Because I typically, even if it is raining, I don't ever wear bottoms, whether I'm out hiking or, like I said, I am in the military, so if I'm out in the field doing something and it's raining, unless it's coming a torrential downpour and the rain's going sideways, normally I don't wear bottoms. So for a top, this is what I have, but I am thinking about getting the Frog Togs just because they're ultra light and I could have both top and bottom for about the same weight as this. This weighs about, I believe this weighs around 17 ounces, just over a pound. This pack does have a stretchy pocket here, right? It's a very nice pocket. It also has stretchy pockets on the side, and then you can either put the suspension or the compression system on the inside or on the outside of this. I prefer them on the inside, and then there's a spot here to throw a water bottle, which is what I would be using, like a Aquafina water bottle that would go right down in here. The only thing I have in here right now is the windscreen for my stove, which I'll show you in a minute when I pull the stove out. On the inside of the pack, all right, this would be my food bag. This is a Sea Summit. This is a thick bag. It is a little heavy. They do make thinner versions of this, but if I'm going to take this and put it up on a hang, you know, I want something that's going to be thick. It's not going to, if it were to fall, that it wouldn't rip easily. And this is a 13 liter. This would be my food bag. Next, have another Sea Summit, and I have some of the Outdoor Research and some of the other wet weather bags. However, I like the Sea Summit products. They're just really well made as far as quality goes. Some of the Outdoor Research bags, if you put air in them, you just squeeze them just a little bit, not a whole lot, but squeeze them a little bit, they will leak air, so they're not 100% waterproof. Whereas these Sea Summits, I've never had that problem. You can squeeze them pretty hard, and they'll maintain pressure and won't leak. In here I have a North Face jacket, and it's a compact jacket, and this is actually a fairly new product. This is their Thermoball Jacket, and it weighs 14 ounces, and it's synthetic. However, it has the same properties as 650 fill down. Again, it's 14 ounces. It's extremely warm. I haven't got it in too far low temperatures, but for the weight and the size of this, you know, it's very thin, and it's expensive. This is with the hood. It's about $220. However, I think it's worth it. It's again 14 ounces, equivalent to 650 fill down. I have some down jackets, but the synthetics of it, if it gets wet, it retains 80% of its heating values. So unlike down, which gets wet, you know, it retains 0%. So it is really warm. I've had it in probably about high 30, low 40s, and with a t-shirt on in this, with the wind blowing, you know, I'm warm in this. I'm almost too hot, so I wind up having to unzip it. So it works really well. Just came out from North Face the last several months, maybe, I don't know, maybe the last year, but if you have a chance to grab one of these, you probably won't find any on sale, but well worth the money. This is going to be my first aid kit. It's pretty simple. I think I have a couple other things thrown in here that aren't necessarily first aid. I have my Cocoon mummy liner, 100% silk mummy liner. This will add 10 degrees to my sleeping system, to my sleeping bag. So it's not really an emergency, but I keep it in there just because I kind of ran out of spots to put stuff because I have everything in a dry sack. And in my first aid kit, I have bandages. These are large bandages, regular adhesive bandages, right? A leave. Always need some type of pain reliever. I could probably take it out of this and put it in a baggie and save some weight if I wanted to. I have a tourniquet, and I think you should always carry a tourniquet, because if someone has a bad fall and they nick an artery or something and they have excessive bleeding, you can't control it. You know, you'll save their life with a tourniquet. It's worth its weight in gold as far as I'm concerned. I have this came with I believe a ferrule rod kit that I got, and I know most of this information. You know, it's just, I keep this, it is kind of a waterproof paper. I keep this just, you know, as reference in case, you know, I ever need it for any reason. You can always forget things with all the information out there, you know, how to build this, how to do that, and how to, you know, this is just a quick reference guide that's lightweight, waterproof. Chapstick, Afterbite, Combat Gauze, and this is for, well, this is Quick Clot, and this is the gauze version. Now this is the military issued one. I have a bunch of these, but you can get the same thing in the civilian market, I believe, made by the same company. And this is for if you can't apply a tourniquet but you do have excessive bleeding. Basically undo this and then stick it down into the wound, and it's got stuff built into the gauze that will make the bleeding stop. And this is just a little spray bottle of Neosporin. And then I have a little knife sharpener in here. Again, I don't have the knife. I have multiple knives. I have a bunch of knives, but the knife that I would be carrying I don't have with me. It's in the mail right now, and it's a Light My Fire knife. And you have to check that out if you get a chance. It's a lightweight. I believe it weighs 4 ounces with the sheath, and it's pretty much a knife that you can do everything you need to with. You don't really need a huge Gerber LMF or any crazy tool out in the trail, unless we're in a zombie apocalypse or something, then you may need that. This right here is just a little Snow Peak titanium cup and a beanie, and I'm not sure what else I have in here. I have a lighter, a backup lighter. It's just a little clip, a little D-ring that came with one of the Sea to Summit bags. Snow Peak 600 titanium. This is a good little cup just for coffee, whatever. That's lightweight. And then I have a North Face fleece beanie that is very, very, very warm. And I have multiple beanies, but I prefer that. I have more lightweight beanies as well, but I prefer this one just because it's warm. Next, I believe, this is my Sylphs. So this is my base layer. These are synthetic. All right, and it's basically silk top and bottoms. This is the military issue, actually, but it works. So I have a bunch of sets of these, and I figured why go out and spend more money on when I already have something that works. It's the Generation 3, and it's I believe it's 100% silk. No, I'm pretty sure it's silk. And these work really well. You put these on and you'll actually, even in a, if it's 45 degrees out, and you put this on and then just, another layer over top, you'll start sweating. It's my cook system. This is a GSI Minimalist, or How Light, I don't know how to say it, Minimalist, but anyway, it's a pretty cool little system. I got everything in here. This comes out, it's a little neoprene sleeve. You can put this, you can cook, and then pick it up, throw it in here, and then you can hold whatever you got in here. This is a Snow Peak little spork, fits in there. And this right here actually came from a JetBoil. I have a JetBoil system, but it's kind of bulky, and I really wouldn't carry it when I'm trying to run lightweight. But I use this for the fuel source. You just pop it on the bottom of the fuel canister, and then it stabilizes it on the ground, so it doesn't knock over. Pot grabber that comes with it. All right, pretty simple, straightforward. You grab the hot pot with it. And then this is my stove, the Snow Peak stove. All right, this doesn't have the striker on it, but you really don't need it. You got a lighter or a ferro rod or something, take a spark and light right up. And very, I like this better than the Pocket Rocket just because it's got a wider base and it's got these 4 prongs out here. It's an ounce or 2 heavier than a Pocket Rocket, but I mean, that's just my personal preference. And it does come with a windscreen right here. Well, it doesn't come with it, you have to buy it. It's $9, $10. I wound up paying, I think, $40 for it because I wasn't paying attention when I ordered it. I ordered it on Amazon, and it was like $9, and then I just clicked buy it, real quick, and then didn't pay attention to the shipping. The shipping was like $35 or something outrageous like that. But anyway, I got it, and it just fits right in here. It's kind of tricky to get this thing in here. There we go. Open these up, and there you go. The pot sits right here, and basically it's a windscreen, so wind doesn't get in there, and it works really well. I think it's a pretty good system rather than carrying tinfoil and the other things around and putting it around it. You're not with the fuel canisters. You're not really supposed to use that type of windscreen anyway, so this kind of alleviates that. It is a little tricky to get on and off. Kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. So anyway, I'll set that to the side and moving along. I don't want this video to take too long. Let's see. Next thing is clothes. So I have 4 pair of merino wool socks in here, and some people might say this is overkill, you know, and this is set up for maybe a cold weather 5-day hike. So this would be able to sustain me for 5 days, and it would sustain me longer. Just the food, you know, I would probably would be for a 5-day hike. But I like fresh pair of socks. I hate wearing socks over and over and over, so this would give me at least 5 days, the pair I'm wearing plus these 4. And this right here is just spandex. It's the Nike Pro Combat. These are actually all their Pro Combat stuff is really good. So this is if I wanted to sleep in it, or if I had to change clothes or wash my clothes or something to that effect. It's something I could throw on and be able to do laundry or whatever. This is just a moisture wicking shirt. This is duo dry shirt. I don't even know what brand it is. I think it's Champion. I got this. I think I got it at Target for like $5 or something. So, but it works. You know, it doesn't have to be outrageous in price. You know, it's about what works and, you know, what's lightweight and what's cost effective. And this is my backup pants. These are fairly lightweight. These are Columbia, I believe Omni, Columbia PFG Performance fishing gear. So, but anyway, they're lightweight. They're ripstop. They have you can take off the bottoms, so they're a lot thinner than the North Face ones are. But again, this would be a backup set, and depending on, you know, on the situation and the trip, you know, you may not have to take all these clothes. You know, this would be something to where I knew I was going to be up for 5 days, maybe in a remote location, and you know, I want to have a backup set of clothes. But if I was going to be somewhere near where I could get, you know, back, or only a couple of days, you know, I could probably drop some of this stuff, save some weight. This right here is my water filter, and it's just a Sawyer. Alright, it's just a Sawyer water filter, and what I would do is just to get an Aquafina bottle or something, that just screw it on the top, 2 1-liter bottles, throw it in the side, and right here, and you know, it's lightweight, easy to use, and those bottles are cheap and don't have to have the weight of the hydration system. If you do want to use the hydration system, you could put this on both ends. Alright, and you would take this off obviously and put it on there, and then this would go into your hydration tube, and you could put a zip strip on there, cinch it down. That is an option. And then this is just to clean it, to backwash it. Fill this up, take this off, and then just put it in here ever so often. So, and then I have a little towel that could be used for drying myself off, you know, drying off you know, any of my gear when I'm cooking or anything. This is about all you need. These towels are awesome. These little micro fiber towels. If you don't have one of these, definitely, you know, they're cheap and inexpensive, but they're well worth the money and worth the extra little weight. I have multiple sizes of those, but that's about all you really need. I'm not going to pull this out, but this is the Big Agnes Q Cooler, or insulated Q Cooler. This has an R value of 5. This is 20 by 72 by 3.5, so it's 3.5 inches tall, 72 inches long, and 20 inches wide. It works really well. It's very comfortable. It's maybe a little on the heavy side as far as, you know, a Thermarest Neo Air or something like that, but you know, it doesn't weigh that much. I forget what it weighs, but you know, when I'm sleeping, I want to be comfortable. So I'm at the age now to where, you know, I can't go out there and sleep on the hard ground and get up the next morning and take off running. If I sleep on the hard ground at my age now, you know, I'm going to be feeling it in the morning, so I want to be comfortable when I sleep. This is the Big Agnes Fly Creek UL1. I actually got this on Amazon. It was used for I think 160, 180 bucks. So it's very lightweight. You know, it's 2 pounds, maybe the hair over, and it has it came also with the what do you call it? The tarp, the extra tarp that goes on the ground sheet, which is $50. So, you know, I saved quite a bit of money, and you know, there's no sense in buying this stuff brand new if you can get it, you know, used. You just got to make sure you communicate with whoever you're buying with. Hey, you know, when did you buy this? How many times has it been used? You know, does it need any repair? Things of that nature. And so I got a really good deal on this. Really lightweight tent, and it's just big enough, you know, for all your gear in a lightweight setup. That's a little blow-up pillow. I don't know where I got it. Probably not the lightest blow-up pillow in the world. Actually, I got this from my wife, and I don't know where she got it, but it's old, but it works. Gotta have a pillow. At least I do. Again, that age thing. And this is my sleeping bag. It's about 2 pounds. It's not the lightest thing in the world, but it's a 25-degree bag. It is. I'm not going to take it out of here. It's in a Sea to Summit 8-liter. I think this is 70 denier. I don't know. It's with a thinner version, so it's a lighter weight version. And this is again the Kelty Goodyear or Lightyear Kelty Lightyear 25-degree bag. So it's pretty much all 4 seasons when you add it with the mummy sack. So it takes you down to 15 degrees. Plus, if you have layering system on, a couple pair of socks on, it can take you down to pretty low temperatures. I've had this in I've had this right around the 25-degree mark with just the bag, and then just basically what I was wearing. It wasn't layered up or anything, and I was comfortable all night. So usually the ratings on these is 25 degrees, meaning that's what can keep you alive, not what's comfortable. But like I said, if you have layered system, you got a decent tent, things of that nature, you're not really that mummy sack. This is really all you need, and it's pretty small. There are other options out there that are half this size that go down to 20 degrees. But again, you're going to be paying anywhere from $300 to $500 for that type of bag. And I believe that is it. Yep, that is it. So that's just a quick little down and dirty of my take on a lightweight setup for a 5-day kit, maybe for winter conditions. Maybe light snow in the freezing area, 32 degrees, anywhere from 25 to the 35-degree range. It would work probably below that too, but you might want to pack something a little different. Maybe a set of silks, and then another base layer on top of that, and then your clothes on top of that, and then your coat, and then a rain jacket system, and maybe thicker gloves or mittens or something of that nature. But anyway, I just want to do a quick video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's my take, and of course the kit's ever evolving, and I have other stuff coming that I'm going to do more videos on. I just wanted to kind of do this to give you what I thought was a decent lightweight setup for a winter kit for maybe about 3 to 5 day trip. Alright, thanks, and I'll see you next time.